I've seen a few videos analyzing this image, but some of them have left out some interesting stuff that I've noticed, and now with Nintendo releasing the full uncropped picture, let's have a look and see what all secrets we can uncover from this breathtaking image. Let's start with the obvious before moving on to what's hidden in the background. If we take a close look at Link, we can see that his hands and feet are on specific points on the rock wall that are sticking out, allowing him to climb. Many people have thought that he will be able to climb almost any wall, but I just see this wall as being this game's version of the climb up Death Mountain in Ocarina of Time. One thing to note is that it appears that several mountain ranges will be present in this game. We can see Death Mountain way in the background. So I wonder what is so important to get to that Link is scaling this cliff. Perhaps a dungeon, a hidden village, who knows. If we take a look at his sword, it doesn't appear to be the Master Sword, and his shield is definitely not the Hylian shield we are used to seeing, but rather the wooden shield seen in the original trailer. We can also see that Link only has one arm guard on his right arm, with his left arm only being covered by a sleeve. I presume this is because the sleeved arm will be covered by the shield if he ends up in combat, while the arm holding the sword will be left unprotected, hence the reason for the guard. We can't see if Link is carrying the Sheikah book or tablet as some theorize it to be, but perhaps it is just on his other side. However, we can see what appears to be a new item between his shield and lower back. This white, round object could simply be a pouch or sack for holding Link's items. This is all I can see with Link, so let's move on to the background. If we move down the image, we can see one of the watchtowers from the first gameplay videos that we've seen. These are returning from previous games, like the one found in Kakariko Village in Ocarina of Time, and spread throughout the sea in the Wind Waker. If we look throughout the entire picture, we can see more of these towers as well. I can see 6 throughout the map, but you may be able to find more. Next, we can see a bridge that some are calling the Great Bridge of Hylia from Twilight Princess. We can't see anything of significance on the left lower side of this bridge, only 2 rock formations and a cliff on the other side. But if we look on top of the cliff, we can see a few interesting objects. Starting at the far left, we can see a small structure. We can't tell what it is, but it may be similar to the Howling Stones in Twilight Princess or the Sheikah Stones from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. After all, from all of the artwork we have seen, we know the Sheikah will have a strong presence in this game. If we move to the right, we can see what resembles a sloppy Triforce marking on the wall. Slightly to the right and above this, we can see a temple. Maybe the Temple of Time or another important building. We can see a slope leading down to a flat area, but connecting to this slope is what looks like a home dug into the side of a hill, sort of what we've seen in The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, or Skyward Sword's Skyloft. Perhaps the caretaker or owner of the temple lives here. Moving to the right, we can see one of the other watchtowers that I pointed out earlier, and finally a small structure at the very edge of this cliff, perhaps another Sheikah Stone. Moving up, we can see what looks like Hyrule Castle being consumed by some sort of dark magic, like Ganon's castle in Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess. These 4 structures may be the cause of this evil barrier. We don't have much to go on, so we'll just move on from here. If we take a look at the far left of the image, we can see a snowy area resembling the icy mountain range of Snow Peak Mountains from Twilight Princess. If we keep going to the right and back down towards the bridge, we can see the lake has a river either flowing into or out of it, and it even splits into multiple directions. We can see some sort of structure here as well on this small island. If we take a look all the way back at Death Mountain, we can tell the volcano is active with smoke coming out of the top and what appears to be lava pouring down. The path up Death Mountain even seems to hold to its namesake, as it is full of sharp and jagged landscapes coming to a point facing the mountain. We can also see what looks like, to me, a path leading into the other mountains. If we look just ahead of the Great Bridge of Hylia, but before the mountain range, we can see a waterfall hidden away. Perhaps this is near Zoro's domain, and this is the Zoro waterfall feeding into the river and flowing into Lake Hylia, filling it up. Everything else in the distance is way too blurry to tell what they are or to dig any detail out of. But I do believe some sort of house or building structures can be seen in these locations. I hope I've helped ease some of your frustrations on this image. If you are curious as to where this location is on the map, we can see it lines up almost perfectly with this spot on the map, as the body of water, mountain ranges, and castles seem to be lined up perfectly. If you have found any other mysteries on this map, please let us know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more Zelda news, rumors, and theories. And as always, thank you for watching.